Hey y'all, my name is Taylor. I'm a therapist and I love metal music, and I am so excited because there is a new Silent Planet song. It's called Antimatter and it's gonna be amazing. Some of y'all might not know this, but Garrett Russell, the lead singer of Silent Planet, actually went to school to be a therapist, and he has the most beautiful, gut-wrenching lyrics of any metal band, in my opinion. So I'm so excited to talk about this song because I just know it's gonna blow my mind, and they haven't released anything new in a long time. Let's do it in 3, in 2, in 1. Had to turn it up.
Silhouette, guilty conscience, barely hanging by your breath. Hit the lights and make me oblivious.
I'm sorry, is Garrett singing?
And I will follow through the phosphorescent streets. I'd give anything to be in over my head.
Okay, things are going well so far.
Aftermath, broken promises collapse, bodies flare like shattered glass. Hold the pieces, feel how nothing ever lasts. With tunnel vision fading, heart racing for the end. Pull me closer till I head over my head. We are broken bodies bound for each other. In the impact we become antimatter. The dust doesn't settle, but we feel the decay. Torn limb from limb, I am swearing your name. Our heads collide, we brace together. In the impact we become antimatter. We're waiting in the wreckage for the sun to rise. I'm staring at the fractures, no one else to see. They're so complete. When morning comes, will there be anyone left to fight? My patience starts to surrender as colors survive the night. Stolen by your eyes, our bodies free to line. Magnetic in the impulse, show me the other side. Suspended in the ether, till I found you in my chest. I know we're not alone, but I'm in over my head. We are broken bodies bound for each other. In the impact we become antimatter. The dust doesn't settle, but we feel the decay. Torn limb from limb, I am swearing your name. Our heads collide, we brace together. In the impact we become antimatter.
Okay. I'm speechless. What? Okay, that was everything. Wow. Okay, where do we begin? First of all, just overall, I feel like this song is a message for all of us because I think that it's about the bus accident that the band got into last year while they were on tour. I think it was last year. And the reason I say that this is such a message is because what are we here for if it's not to create art and to create beauty and to create magic from our pain? And this song is beauty and it is magic and it's beautiful. Like the lyrics are have me stunned, and it's a reminder that we have an opportunity with every earth-shattering moment, with every life-altering change, bit of chaos. We have an opportunity to create from it, and we will create from it. Whether we are cognizant of it or not, we will create from it. So it's up to us to choose what we create, to choose if we are going to create something positive, something good, something that moves us, or if we're going to allow it to create more chaos, more turmoil within ourselves and for those around us. And I think this song as a whole is such a beautiful reminder that we do create from these painful, terrifying moments in our lives. And it's a call to be conscious about what we create and a reminder that we can create something so beautiful that touches so many people. And I wonder if you're going through something right now, if you're going through something hard, if you're in a place where you feel like you're drowning or you're stuck or your head's underwater, or you're so alone or you're not good enough or any number of things, I wonder if you can believe, even if you can't see how or what, if you could believe that you could create something from this in the future. And if you're going through anything right now that you're having trouble seeing how you could create anything good from, comment below and tag at HeartSupport. We're here for you. We want to be here for you. And yeah, I love you and I'm grateful for you. We're waiting in the wreckage for the sun to rise. I'm staring at the fractures no one else can see. I think that that's what so many people are doing, right? Is we're just waiting for the sun to rise. We're waiting for it to feel better. We're waiting to feel understood, to feel sane, to feel accepted or cared for or good enough. What I see in my own patients, and particularly most people I know who struggle with mental health issues, is they have a unique ability to see. It's almost like a superpower where they can see the pain of others and empathize with it on a deep level, and they can see and they feel the pain within themselves to such a deep degree. And that deep feeling, that ability to see fractures, it really is a superpower that just needs to be harnessed. And sometimes when you get a little lost in it and you're waiting for a really long time for things to get better and for the sun to rise, and you see all of these fractures and all this pain and you feel all of this pain yourself, it feels really hard to keep going and to use your like deep empathy feeling superpower that way. And I think that something that can be really helpful in those moments is trying to witness what's happening to you in a way that's more neutral, because we often get stuck in a, why am I this way? Why do I feel so deeply? Why does everything feel so urgent to me? Why can I see all of the pain in the world? Why am I like this is the question, right? And if we can just get a little space from that and instead say, I'm feeling really deeply. I notice that I am feeling this very deeply. I notice that I'm feeling a lot of pain. I'm watching myself examine and kind of berate myself a little bit for my ability to feel. And I wonder if maybe I'm not seeing the whole picture. I wonder if maybe there's something really beautiful about my ability to feel so deeply. And it can be so hard to create that space to not say, I am the pain, what is wrong with me because I feel the pain, but instead to watch the pain, to watch your emotions as they unfold. It's called becoming the observer of your thoughts and your feelings, just being a witness to them without making them you. Because the fact of the matter is because you can say, I am feeling sad, it means that you are not the sadness. You are not the pain, because you are not what you observe. You can't see things that you are, right? Like if I was a car, I wouldn't see a car in front of me because I was the car. So the fact that you can see it means it's not you, and that can maybe add to a little sense of peace while you wait. Try to witness. Try to remind yourself, this is just something I'm feeling. It's not who I am. And maybe that can help you experience the ebbs and flows of emotion with a little less turmoil. Aftermath. Broken promises collapse. Bodies lay like shattered glass. Hold the pieces. Feel how nothing ever lasts. The reality of everything being temporary is both so freeing and so terrifying, but it's true. And it's moments like death and birth and loss and endings that remind us that everything really truly is temporary. And that means that the pain that you're feeling is temporary. And it also means that the joy that you're feeling is temporary too. And for some, that can be really terrifying because when we feel joy, we want to latch onto it. And when we feel pain, we want to run from it. What I've found can be helpful is remembering that it's always a cycle. It will never just be one thing. But life is a constant cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Now, what's good about that cycle, and what I remind my clients, is that it's 2-to-1. You're being born and reborn, and there's only one death. So that's a good ratio, right? And the death is what leads to the reborn. It's the temporary, it's the sadness that exists that allows the joy to exist. And hopefully we can maintain that ratio in our day-to-day life, right? Where we're happy and joyful twice as often as we're sad. Maybe we can even be 4 times, 10 times. But there is such freedom in accepting that everything is temporary and that this cycle does exist. You don't have to like it, right? It would be amazing if we could all just be happy all of the time. But when we accept that that's not a reality, that sadness will exist. It will. That gives us permission to feel sad and not beat ourselves up about it because it's just a part of being human. What also happens when we accept that everything is temporary is it allows us to be present with what is because we don't get it again and we don't know how long it's going to last. So all we can do is enjoy it while it's in front of us. It takes away the pressure to look forward and to plan because sometimes we think that if we plan well enough and we just control hard enough that we can make it so we're always happy all of the time and no bad things ever happen. And it's just not true. And so we have to loosen our grip and let the cycle be. We don't have to endorse it, but accepting that we're always being born and dying and being reborn. And I don't mean in like a physical sense. I mean there are pieces of us that will live and die and be reborn. There are experiences that we will have that will cause us to change, that will feel like death to us, and that will ignite newness in us, like losing a loved one. In that death, we are often shattered, and it feels like a piece of us died as well. And eventually, that piece of us will be reborn, and that's how we live on, and we carry on their legacy with us. So it's not so literal, but it's a reminder that this cycle exists. We're not going to change the cycle of temporary. So we might as well accept it because when we resist it and we try to control it and we try to fight it, all we do is create more pain for ourselves because the cycle is going to stay the same. It's going to be what it's going to be. It just is. We can do things to create more opportunities for joy and positivity in our life and less opportunities for negativity and pain. And we should. But at the end of the day, there is some amount of uncontrollability that exists. And if we can just accept that, it can free us. Do you struggle with the reality that everything is temporary? Do you feel like you try to control and have a tight grip on everything to protect yourself from the pain of things not going the way that you want them to? If you do, comment below and tag at HeartSupport and we'll encourage you. The comments are a safe place for your story and we want to reply. This community is here for you. We are broken bodies bound for each other. In the impact, we become antimatter. I think there's actually something so beautiful about the idea of 2 broken people coming together and colliding. That's a lot of times what we're searching for, and sometimes we're doing it unconsciously, and because sometimes we're doing it unconsciously, that causes pain, right? Like when we don't know the way that our brokenness affects us, we often search for broken people who don't know how their brokenness affects them. And then when we come together, it is an explosion of antimatter. It's not a great explosion, right? But when we have awareness around our brokenness, when we have awareness around our feelings, when we've done the work to try to heal, to be on the journey of growth, then when we come and we meet a person who also is doing that with their brokenness, we create magic instead of an antimatter explosion. And that's why you'll hear people say, like therapists, I say all the time, awareness is everything, because it is. Because what you're not aware of, you can't work with. But when you're aware of something, you can work with it. You can make decisions about it. You can start to shift it and change it if it doesn't serve you. And so that's why looking at your brokenness and talking through your brokenness with someone can be so helpful, because it can create awareness around it, so that when you meet someone else, and we're all broken, like, let's not get it twisted. We all have brokenness in us. We all have hurt. We all have pain. We are all broken people. That doesn't mean that we're not beautiful. I think some of the most beautiful things are broken. My favorite form of art is kintsugi. It's a Japanese art form where you take like broken vases and you put them together with gold-plated glue and create something more beautiful. But we're all broken, right? And we all have an opportunity to create something more beautiful with our brokenness and to come and connect with people through it. But the difference between connection and antimatter explosion when we connect with people is that we have to be aware of our brokenness, and we have to encourage, not force, but encourage the people in our lives to do the same, to walk alongside them as they do the same, not dictate how they do it, but just create a culture of growth. It's so important. Awareness is everything. If you can be aware of your brokenness, that is the most giant step towards healing and towards a deeper connection with those that you love. So if you're struggling with your brokenness, if you feel like you're not aware or you're not sure what to do with it, comment below by tagging at HeartSupport, and we'll encourage you and provide support for you. We want to hear what you have to say. The comments are a safe place for your story. So tag us and tell us what's going on. Okay, you guys. This song is everything. Go give Silent Planet some love. They're going on tour with Dayseeker in the fall. Hang out. Watch our interview with Garrett. We have an old one and we have a new one coming, so stay tuned. And I love you guys. Stream Antimatter. Mwah. Have a great day.